Hi, I'm Chad Brinlee with Bombproof Horsemanship. I teach people techniques that I learned as a mounted police officer to teach them to develop safer horses. I personally grew up with horses my whole life, and that's all I've ever wanted to do was ride. I mean, when I would get home from school, I would saddle up my horse, ride over to my friend's house, and we would all go riding. And that's what I did every day after school. During the summer, we would do that. We would always go camping out with our horses and just have great fun with them. And as an adult, I was a police officer for 18 years. So 7 of those years I was on our department's mounted unit. So that's what I did for a living, was ride all day, every day out on the streets in lots of crazy situations. I mean, I've worked numerous special events, parades, and I've just always been extremely passionate about horses and learning about them, learning everything I can, because I've always wanted to be a better horseman. Even today, I always strive to get better and better and better at what I do. And from that, I've learned just so much, all the time I've spent on a horse throughout my whole life. And now I've really dedicated my life to helping other people with their horses, because I think people should be safe on their horse, and it's very important to be safe. And to go trail riding and riding on the streets takes quite a bit of training. So that's what I try to do, is help people with that. This is Murphy. He's a 3-year-old quarter horse, and we're going to do some work with him down in the arena to show you a little bit about what Bombproof Horsemanship is about. Here at Bombproof Horsemanship, I've got over 25 different obstacles and things that I use. So what I'm going to do is just go through several things that I do on a regular basis. You know, one of the first things I want them is to be good with the whip. You know, if there's some loud, sudden noise, then I want my horse to be good with that. I teach the horse to read my body language. So, for example, if my energy is away from the horse, then he shouldn't move, even though the flag is going towards the horse. If my energy is away, then he shouldn't move, and he shouldn't react to that. And then once you teach your horse to read your body language properly, then it shouldn't matter what you have in your hand. You can literally get anything, a plastic bag or a whip or a flag or anything, and it shouldn't bother them if they know to read your body language. We also do several things from horseback. So right now we're going to talk about the ball and how to get your horse used to the ball when you first introduce it to them. So the best way is to have somebody roll the ball away from you. And then what you're going to do is just have your horse go in and follow the ball on his own, which Murphy knows how to do this. So he really knows how to track the ball and go after it. Murphy loves the ball, but what he really loves to do is this, because he loves to take breaks. So I've taught him to sit down, kind of like a dog does. And in his stall, you know, I got that big, large hay net in his stall, and it was a little bit too low at one point, and he actually got his foot caught in it, because you're not supposed to hang those low to the ground, and he's got shoes on the back. So since it was so low, his foot was caught, so instead of thrashing around and getting all nervous about it, what he did was just sat on it. And I come walking through the barn, and he's just sitting on the hay bag, so that was, you know, kind of funny. But it was great that he didn't get in trouble or get upset. But Murphy loves to sit and takes breaks, and I give him lots of breaks when he does the right thing. Bombproof Horsemanship is based at Lone Oak Ranch and Retreat in Gainesville, Texas. And not only do I travel around the country putting on my Bombproof Horsemanship clinics, but I also train quite a few outside horses as well. And all those horses are generally kept in stalls just because they're in training. So since they are in training, I mean, we just don't have the pleasure of being able to turn them all out every single day. So that's why they do live in stalls. And for a long time, I fed, I think, like a lot of people feed. I would give them 2 flakes in the morning, 2 flakes at night, feed them a scoop in the morning and scoop at night. But I seemed to always have problems with ulcers, and I always worried about colic while I was feeding like that. So I really thought about it more and more, and I've really changed up my entire feeding program. So for example, Inside each one of the stalls is a large slow feed hay net, and my hay nets will hold an entire bale of hay. And that bale of hay will generally last 3 days for a horse. So at all times, 24/7, they always have hay to eat inside their stalls. I've also incorporated the iFEED system in every stall, and what those systems do is I particularly have it set up to feed 8 times a day. So what it does is feeds a small portion of feed 8 times per day. So in correlation with the hay nets, it's more of a naturally based program where it's more kind of like they would be out in the wild, because we all know they're grazing animals and that's how they're set up to eat. So if I can set them up to eat in that way in their stall, then I feel better that I can hopefully prevent ulcers and colic and things of that nature. I have 10 of the iFEED units at the moment, and what I feed is the Total Equine, which is a round extruded feed, and it flows through the system very nice, which the system will also handle other types of feed, you know, sweet feed, regular pellets. It'll really handle a wide variety of feeds. For me, the large slow feed hay nets, the Total Equine, and the iFEED system works really great. I mean, I've been super happy with my program, how I have it set up. I feel confident about how my horses are getting nutrition and how they're performing because of it. I'm Chad Brinlee with Bombproof Horsemanship, and I feed naturally.